And away they go. Good enough start for them. Harold the Duke began well. Catch the Tune is on the outside in the black cap. Women's World is slipping through at the fence to go off and lead them now. So it's Women's World from Harold the Duke in second. Catch the Tune is back in third position, racing around 3 lengths off the leader. Brendan James is on the rail in fourth. On the outside, Pay Night is passing runners in the red sleeves and cap. Juan Carlos is further back. Then we go back to Peace in Our World. Give Me More Time is on its outside. 2 lengths away, Strewn Sky, who's 3 wide on the outside. Alado's Pride's in the green between runners, and Heart Stealers at the rail at the back end of the field, racing around 10 lengths off the leader. Making their way into the far turn, they're going towards the 1200 meter mark, and out in front is Women's World, shows out by 3 lengths. From in second position, Pay Night. They followed by Harold the Duke in third in the blue and gold. Outside of that is Catch the Tune in the black cap. Then 2 lengths back to Brendan James, who races on the inside of Juan Carlos is in the pink and black. Then 3 lengths back to Peace in Our World. Outside of that, Give Me More Time. Then Alado's Pride between runners. Outside of those, Strewn Sky, the striped cap coming wide, and then Heart Stealer. Into the home straight they come towards the final 700 meters, and Women's World is in front down the center of the track, clear by a length. On the outside, Pay Night is looking to move in early. Juan Carlos is in the pink in the middle, got about 4 lengths to make up. Harold the Duke, Brendan James is moving in through down the far side of the track. Give Me More Time on the right, and the red colors are starting to move in. Black cap of Catch the Tune is further back. 300 to go here. Catch the Tune on the outside. Give Me More Time. Juan Carlos in the pink. Down the inside is Brendan James. Further back in the field is Pay Night, but it's in front. Juan Carlos, Brendan James fighting hard. On the outside, Give Me More Time, and Heart Stealers flying home from the back, but it's Juan Carlos in front, and he's going on strongly to win. Juan Carlos second to Heart Stealer. Give Me More Time third, and they were followed further back in the field then by Brendan James. 7 wins from 52 starts, bred by the Claver Flay stud, is in the pink colours, 3 off the left-hand side under Chase Morjan. Moved in well, picked up the lead. Brendan James was fighting hard on the left-hand side there. Give Me More Time was running on. This is in the red colours, and Heart Stealer in the blue catches the eye, the stand side of the track. But Juan Carlos was well in advance in the end. 7, 8, 5, 3. Those are your numbers. Thank you for joining us out here in the Eastern Cape. From myself, Nakeep Munshi, have a good weekend. Get home safe, and we'll see you on Sunday at Turfentine.
Well, it's the honest, gutsy, and ever so brave Juan Carlos that comes through to take the win, and what a well-deserved win it is. Very well done to Tara Lang and her team as he comes through to score, and he scores career win number 7 this afternoon. Very well done to his groom Jackson, who will be receiving 1,500 Rand from World Sports Betting for being the winning groom, and a big thanks to Temba on hand to collect on his behalf. Temba, thank you very much. Well done. Chase is having a chat with Tara. I would have thought you had fulfilled the instructions by now. You've done very well finding the winner's box. Chase, you and this fellow, you're just such a team of note, and you now get together for your 3rd win, multiple placings. In fact, I think you barely missed the money, so I'm sure he must be a horse you really look forward to riding on a race day.
Yeah, Nadine, if I could ride a horse like this every race, it would be a pleasure, because he's just a gentleman. He does whatever you ask of him. He always hits a flat spot to about the 450. Once he gets rolling in his rhythm, he always gives you everything at the end.
And again, it looked like that's exactly how the race panned out. You're sitting about midfield on the bend, 1 off, and you literally just had to push the buttons at the right times, and he gave you all he had. Yeah,
he's an old man. He knows what's going on, so I just got to guide him, and he does the rest. So it's a nice to ride horses like this. And just well done to Tara and to Gavin, to you, and to the whole team. Keeping all those suckers in the world is not easy, so well done to them.
Exactly, and keeping a horse on the boil when technically over 2,000 metres, this is perhaps on the sharp side of his range, with his eventual goal being to step up to the 3-2 of the Gold Cup.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get him rolling a bit early, Nadine, so that I could get in contention with his stride rather than trying to sprint at the end, because you're not going to get to them. So luckily it worked out well. I got there for nothing, and yeah, the rest is history. So well done to the horse.
Great way to close the day. Fantastic run from this fellow. Great ride. Well done.
Thank you. And well done to my sponsors, Indigo.
Fantastic. Well done to Chase. Tara standing by, and I'm sure that this fellow has got a definite soft spot in her heart. Tara, I know that you often say this is the last of the Frankels, and he still keeps waving that flag, and it looks like he's going to keep waving that flag for a while.
Yeah, look, I think he's just getting better with age. I think him and Gavin spend too much time together. Yeah, but before I start, all kudos to Gavin. This horse pulls like a train. Nadine, you know that at home. And the way I sound like a stuck record player. But the way we bandage this horse up in the mornings, I mean, he looks like...
On Wednesday we were there,
Yeah.
and to do the clip we did him, he was our model, our poser, and he was all ready to go to work. But you guys look after him so carefully. That's why you do what you do.
Yeah, you know, he's an old horse. Old horses need that extra care anyway. And because he pulls like a steam train, he really clips, you know, his own front legs and his back legs. Pardon does an amazing job, you know, strapping him up every morning. Even if he goes out for a trot, he gets strapped up because we just can't take any chances. Again, to Gavin, you know, he's done all the prep work on this horse. I mean, they go hand in hand. They're both as miserable as each other. I think that's why this horse runs so well. No, that's just tongue in cheek. He really does a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And I was moaning the whole week. I mean, this horse is like Aranjuez. When he throws a coat, he throws a coat.
Proper coat,
But I remember on the 1st of April 2003, when I started for Snaith Racing, Mr. Snaith came up to Arlington, flew up to Arlington that week.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Tara, a horse can throw a coat as long as it doesn't lose his colour.
A shine, yeah.
Yeah, and I've stuck by my guns. Gavin again and I had a quabble yesterday because I said, I'm taking out the clippers, I'm going to clip him. He says, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. He says, no, you're not. So you'll see next run if he's going to be clipped or not, because I think that's also going to be a big bloody debate when I get home tonight. Yeah, and well done to Ewan, you know, for putting Brightview together. Ewan's still a kid learning the game, but, you know, he's learning fast, and he's got a fantastic group of people in Brightview. Some of them flew down from Joburg today. It's their first winner. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic.
It is amazing, yeah.
And like you said, he's the last Franco in South Africa. To Jackson does a fantastic groom. Jackson's had top horses, had Parsival, he's had Normans. He's really done well for me. And, you know, to all the owners, to Deva, SA Punters, to Henry Moodley, to Minx.
Yes.
Who am I missing? There's a whole load of people.
SA Punters for him.
Yeah, that's Deva, yeah, SA Punters. He's a fun horse, Nadine. If you look at his form, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yep.
Last 11 runs, never out the money. And, you know, he makes us get up in the morning.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Tara, congratulations.
Thank you, and well done to Top Bet.
Of course, the sponsors. Come on in. You're going to head the group there. Coming on in, we've got Andrew and David DeVette. Come on in, stand. Okay, well, I shall stay in the middle. And Ewan, first of all, I'm going to start with you because this is, as Tara points out, Brightview Racing Syndicate, which is a syndicate that you put together. And I think you found a wonderful horse to do so because this fellow is just as honest as they come, and everyone's always having fun.
Well, first of all, I have to thank Des Gonzalez. You know, when he sent me a message saying this horse was for offer, I said, without a doubt, I said, it's the last Frankel. The form line, if you go really deep into it, I mean, you've run against Kometi Ding, linebacker, all horses that have come out and won the July or the Met. So I thought it was a very good horse to get involved with the syndicate. We've got a lot of bunch of nice guys in the syndicate. We've got a new guy here, we call him Bruit, but his name's Andrew. We've got Mr. DeVette, that's on course today. I don't normally come to course because I feel like I'm the bad spell. But today I had members here, and obviously I said, you know what, let me just come today. We've got two runners. Obviously, my other filly, Kilmonive, actually ran third.
Yes.
That I'm in partnership with my mom. And then obviously I got John Carlos. So I'm going to bed nicely tonight with a nice paycheck next week, Tuesday or Wednesday.
You certainly are. Let me take the mic and hand on over to Andrew so I can have a chat with him because you have come in from Joburg and you have come in to lead in a winner, and it is a job well accomplished.
You know, firstly, I want to say to the Kempton Park boys, Clinton Lions and them, I told you, I've never had a horse before.
Yes.
This man messaged me one day, 2-3 weeks back, and you know what? I've never looked back again.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's nice to be meeting his mom over here, Tara. Thank you for everything. And you weet what? Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
now you're going to be hooked. I'm telling you, there's nothing that compares to leading in a winner.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now I don't know if I must laugh or must cry, but end of the month I'm back. We've got what's the name? The horse, debut horse. The end of the month.
Okay.
And I'll be flying back to P. This is actually my hometown, Dispatch, and I'm living in Joburg. But yeah, we'll see you guys back at the end of the month. And thanks for thanks for great service. Dankie vir alles.
I'm loving the enthusiasm. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And of course, Mr. De Wet, we know that you love your racing. You're involved in a good few runners. And Juan Carlos, well, he is just so honest.
Yes. First of all, I must say thank you to Ewan, because a couple of weeks ago, he messaged me and he offered me a share, and I thought, wow, you know what, this old guy, he's got a lot of runs behind him and he does very well. So I jumped in, and I must say thank you, Ewan, and to Tara and the team. A very good race by Juan, Carlos, and then also with Chase, unbelievable run. And for Tara having, you know, a small stable and to come out with these type of winners, it's really tremendous. And I like to say, the smaller stables too, we need to progress in racing. So spread it across the line, and we can all have some fun.
Most definitely. I think that's a very, very good sentiment, because everybody needs everybody for racing to continue.
That's right. And then to the rest of the Brightview members, very well done. I think everyone was excited. Whoever was here was jumping out of their skins.
Brilliant. And I hear Ewan has got one last word, so let's hear what that is.
So just to mention regarding the De Wet family, they used to be a part of Brightview back in the day, but unfortunately with Mrs. De Wet passing, we just want to dedicate this win for Juan Carlos. This win goes straight to her. Pink is obviously for cancer. So to the De Wet family, we 100% behind you and we'll always support you.
Oh, that is wonderful sentiment, and you can, really be proud of that. That is really, really a touching sentiment, and we do think of Charmaine whenever we see David up here leading in winners. We know racing was her passion. To all our viewers out there, it's been a long day in the Eastern Cape. It's been a good day. We've been treated to some fantastic racing. We've seen some quality individuals step out. It has been thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable. We've enjoyed seeing our first Sophomore Challenge winner, all outright 3 legs. It's been history in the making, and we certainly have enjoyed getting our racing in the Eastern Cape out on SABC Sport for the first time, which is something I hope we get to do in the future on our big days, and help to get more people the wonderful sport into their lounge, into their lives, and hopefully that brings them to our race courses. To everyone who generally joins us, we hope you had as much fun as we did. It was a super feature race day in the Eastern Cape. And one last point out, don't forget, you are back with us on Monday when we are going to be doing it all again on the poly track. Until then, have a super weekend, and a big shout out, a big thanks to my co-host Neil Pretorius, to the cameramen ladies upstairs, downstairs, to Pauline Herman, our photographer, and to Nakib Munshi upstairs. The final thank you goes to our sponsors today, World Sports Betting. Your support is much appreciated, and long may it continue.